What's up, guys? It is time for your WWE Extreme Rules 2017 review. So, first off, I did watch the pre-show. Kalisto defeated Apollo Crews. Not that anyone gives a fuck. Just throwing it out there. First match on the actual card is the Intercontinental Championship match, where The Miz defeats Dean Ambrose to become champion. Now, I'm pretty sure we all knew The Miz was going to win this match. However, the result was not because of the stipulation. There was no DQ involved. What happens is the referee is about to disqualify Dean Ambrose after involvement with Maurice. She distracted the referee. So he's about to disqualify Ambrose. He's walking towards the bell. Ambrose is distracted by that. The Miz comes up from behind. Skull-crushing finale. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. So, yeah, you got a new Intercontinental Champion. You know, the belt on Ambrose really wasn't really doing much. And The Miz, he's had a bunch of Intercontinental Championship runs, and I hate The Miz. So, yeah, fuck The Miz, but he is your new WWE Intercontinental Champion. Second match. Rich Swann and Sasha Banks defeat Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. Nobody gives a fuck. This match should have been on the pre-show. It was not good. It was just nice to see WWE letting a guy in his hometown win the match, I guess, because they usually don't do that. So next we get the Drifter coming out. He sings a song about how shitty Baltimore is. You know, just a filler segment, whatever. This leads to the third match, the Divas match, and Alexa Bliss defeats Bayley to retain the Raw Women's Championship. We all saw that coming. But, you know, I wasn't really expecting much from this match, to be honest, but this match fucking sucked. In my opinion, it was really awkward to watch. It was short. There was no extreme moments, really. The stipulation was almost pointless. You get Alexa Bliss. She's the first one to get the kendo stick. She whacks Bayley with it. Throughout the whole match, I don't know, a total of maybe like 10 times. Very light kendo stick shots, might I add. I know they're just divas, but it really wasn't that good. And I don't know. It was just kind of awkward match to watch. Bayley really didn't get much offense. It was a lot of them, you know, running away from each other because they had the kendo stick. You know, there were so many opportunities. Bayley could have, you know, beat the shit out of Alexa Bliss with the kendo stick, and she didn't. So, I don't know. Just a shitty match. You got to give us better shit than this, WWE. So far, this card is not looking too good. Like, this pay-per-view is not looking good. The matches haven't been extreme at all. So, you know, hopefully it gets better later on. So, the fourth match was the cage match for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Cesaro and Sheamus defeat the Hardy Boys to become the new tag team champions. Honestly, I don't think that was the right move. I think it's kind of fucking retarded to put the belts on them again. I mean, it makes sense because honestly, they haven't been doing shit and they need somewhere to be, you know, just somewhere to be. I mean, like, it's not like they're going to be in the main event. We know that. So, you know, it was a pretty good match. Wasn't the greatest cage match, obviously. You get one extreme moment where Jeff Hardy does a whisper in the wind off the cage. But what happens is Jeff Hardy's actually the first one out of the cage. Matt Hardy gets his ass kicked pretty much the entire time. So Jeff climbs back up the cage, does whisper of the wind, and then Cesaro and Sheamus capitalize. They climb the cage. They're climbing down the cage as Matt is out of the cage trying to pull the dead weight of his brother out of the cage onto the floor. And just before Matt is able to get Jeff Hardy out of the cage, Cesaro and Sheamus drop. Their feet hit the floor first, just a few seconds before. So, it was alright. I mean, this is cool because this means they're most likely going to be doing the broken gimmick. That's what I'm assuming. Maybe tomorrow on Raw. Who knows? But, you know, if we don't get a payoff from this, if we don't see Matt Hardy turning heel on Jeff or going broken or whatever, this is going to be very fucking stupid because Cesaro and Sheamus winning the belts in my opinion. It wasn't the right time. I think the Hardys should have held the belts until SummerSlam or something. I don't know, put them in a cool ladder table match, TLC, something at SummerSlam. Do something good, you know what I'm saying? So, there's that. Fifth match. Neville defeats Austin Aries to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. This is one of those matches where I'm watching and I'm kind of like, you know what? I should have picked Neville to retain the championship here. I predicted Aries was finally going to win, but at the same time, I always honestly thought that Neville was going to retain, mainly due to the fact that they've been booking him very good. I mean, for a Cruiserweight, you know, he's honestly like the only believable champion in my opinion on Raw. Like the only good Cruiserweight, you know, character-wise. And ever since he turned heel, he's been doing pretty well for himself. The match itself was okay. At one point, you get Austin Aries doing his submission on Neville outside the ring. Neville starts tapping. Obviously, unless it's inside the ring, the submission does not count. Therefore, he didn't win the belt there. And then one thing I noticed was right before that happened, there was a point in the match where they were both on the top rope. I believe it was Austin Aries. He had some sort of chokehold on Neville as they were both standing on the top rope. And I believe they called it a guillotine chokehold or some shit. But what I noticed is that at some point Michael Cole was like, is he going to tap out? Is Neville going to tap out? It's like, what? They're on the top rope. Both of their feet are touching the ropes. You fucking idiot. Like, I mean, it's just like kind of bizarre how Michael Cole would make a comment like that, you know. After all the years he's been doing this shit and he just says something like that, I just found it completely idiotic. Oh yeah, he's gonna tap out while he's on the top rope, touching the ropes. That makes total sense, Michael Cole. Fucking retard. So, I'm getting ready to watch the main event. My prediction is that Balor would win. I'm also expecting Roman Reigns to win, so hopefully that does not fucking happen. Oh, looks like Finn Balor's coming out. Got my vape. Yeah, those are some crappy O's. I'm looking forward to this main event. Let's just fucking hope Roman Reigns does not win. If anybody else wins, I won't care. I'm hoping Balor. It'd be a miracle if Joe won. Bray Wyatt wins. Okay, Seth Rollins wins. That'd be kind of cool, but let's just fucking hope Roman Reigns is nowhere near the main event. Alright, so in the main event, Samoa Joe defeats Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Seth Rollins to earn a shot at the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate. Or should I say, the Beast Inadequate, because that guy is nowhere to be found. So, Samoa Joe, I mean, he was pretty much the least favorite to win, and they actually gave him the win. He won his past few matches on Raw, so because of that, I really didn't think they would make him win. I mean, he's been doing nothing but jobbing, so I guess it's nice to see them finally give Samoa Joe a win, even though he's just going to job to Brock. I mean, here's the thing, though. You know, I just realized this now. I don't know why, but as soon as Samoa Joe won the match, I realized why they picked him to win. Not only because this is going to be a one-off match, he's going to just drop to Brock and that's it, and they're never going to fight again probably. But it occurred to me that both of them have similar styles. Okay? Both of them are UFC-style wrestlers. And I just realized it's like, wow, Obviously, they were going to do this at some point. A lot of people want to see this. To be honest, I don't want to see this shit. I think it's going to be boring as fuck. It's just going to be a bunch of slow submissions, suplexes, and then F5. So, whatever. I'm not complaining too much there because at least they finally didn't go on with the abundance that is fucking Roman Reigns. Thank God Roman Reigns did not win. He is most likely going to face The Miz, who you can probably hear in the background on the after show. So yeah, they're gonna probably stick Reigns in the mid-card title picture until later on. So I guess that's good for now. But yeah, I didn't think Joe was gonna win. I mean, hey, good for Samoa Joe. Overall, though, I was not a big fan of this pay-per-view. This has got to be like the worst Extreme Rules I've ever seen. Okay, you compare 2014 Extreme Rules to 2017 Extreme Rules, and it's just a night and day difference. I mean, that shit was extreme. This was not extreme. Honestly, this pay-per-view should have been called Unextreme Rules. It wasn't the worst pay-per-view in the world, but it just really wasn't that great. A lot of boring matches. The main event was good. It was long. You have 5 big-name guys, so, it only makes sense. It would be a good match. A lot of action. So, I was satisfied with the main event. I'm satisfied with the result. But honestly, I don't want to see Samoa Joe face Lesnar. He's just going to lose to him. And then Lesnar is most likely going to face Strowman at SummerSlam. So I guess we'll see Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe in over a month. And, yeah, this pay-per-view just, it didn't live up to being extreme. I mean, if you think about it, there was a few lame kendo stick shots in the Divas match. That wasn't hardcore. Yeah, Jeff Hardy doing Whisper in the Wind off the top of the steel cage. I mean, okay, that's pretty extreme, but it's not like it's nothing. It's not like it's something new. It's nothing new. We've seen that before. And then you get the main event. You have chair shots, steel chair, not steel chair, steel steps were used. You got a frog splash through a table by Seth Rollins. That was cool, but that's it. That was it, okay? Nothing extreme. PG era, obviously no blood. I'm not even asking for blood, but they could have done something outside the box. What I hate about pay-per-views nowadays is that they're just so watered down. Back in the day, they were able to fit in all the matches and make them good, and they even had backstage funny skits and promos and stuff like that. The general managers being involved, guest stars, they would film stuff that was happening, like, off, location sometimes. Like, they just don't think outside the box anymore. Like, I know they did that for Payback. They filmed it at some other place or whatever, but I mean, when was the last time WWE went above and beyond for a pay-per-view? So far this year, it fucking sucked. The Royal Rumble, I was pissed off with. Fastlane fucking sucked. What a disaster main event that was. WrestleMania this year, in my opinion, was complete shit. One of the worst Manias ever. Let's see. We just got Backlash. Jinder Mahal won the WWE Championship. I mean, that's going to be memorable for being one of the worst. Honestly, the best pay-per-view of the year was probably NXT TakeOver Chicago. And it wasn't even that great. I mean, that's something we would have gotten as average back in the Ruthless Aggression era. It's just so sad that WWE has become so watered down. But, it is what it is. I'm really disappointed how the pay-per-views, they're just getting less and less enjoyable to watch, at least for me. But, this pay-per-view wasn't all that bad. It just didn't live up to its name. And, they just could have done so much better. So, we got a couple more pay-per-views coming up. Money in the Bank. Let's hope it's good. Let's hope they give us a good fucking ladder match. There's going to be 2, one with the Divas. Let's hope that Battleground doesn't suck balls. Let's hope that Great Balls of Fire, it's a new pay-per-view. Let's hope they don't fuck that up. And most importantly, people, let's hope they don't fuck up SummerSlam. The second biggest event of the year, if that, because last year SummerSlam was shit. This year I'm going, it's on my birthday, I can't wait. So until SummerSlam, I really, not too excited about anything in WWE. All the matches are watered down. The storylines, it's like there are none. Everyone's just being thrown randomly together, pushed randomly. They're jobbing randomly. Like, just nothing seems to make sense. Not making sense makes sense to WWE. Like, that's a mind fuck, or whatever it's called. It just, oh my god. I don't know what this company is thinking. I'm also hearing now that Monday Night Raw is going to go back to 2 hours, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen anytime soon. But I am hearing that the USA Network is planning on taking an hour off Raw because of the low ratings. So we might get Raw 2 hours again, but this might be like another year or two from now, from what I'm hearing. WWE rumors and stuff like that. But yeah, Extreme Rules. What did you guys think of the pay-per-view? Did you think it was extreme? Honestly, I didn't think it was extreme. But, I enjoyed it a little bit, maybe that much. But, the most important part is that Roman Reigns did not fucking win. He is not facing Lesnar again anytime soon. So I'm happy with that. I guess we'll just leave it at that. Peace, people. I will be probably coming at you with the next pay-per-view review being Money in the Bank. So see you then.